Hello and welcome to another video in the My Tank series. Today I'm going to do a quick video on my VK30.01 H, or as I like to call it, 30.01 Heavy. It's a little bit easier that way. It's definitely one of my favourite tanks. Very enjoyable to drive. It is probably its only weakness is it's a bit slow. Besides that, it's really good. Some great armour, really cool gun on it. I think it looks great. Reasonably manoeuvrable for a heavy tank as well. And at tier 5, if you're lucky enough to fight at tier 5, it's fantastic. First I just have a quick look at my crew. I've got 4 fully trained skills, now on my 5th. At the moment doing the repairs skill, as occasionally being a bit slower you do get caught out getting damaged, and people do tend to, I find, come at this tank a little bit, I guess for the glory of killing one, which is I guess something I do as well. Basically I've set it up to be bit of a brawler more than a sniper, although it can fill that role, although the equipment and skills I've got sort of are more for medium to closer range combat, extending the view range, brothers in arms, and my new favourite skill, Deadeye. Eagle Eye was something that I wanted to try out, so I did it with this tank, and it's pretty cool. Just shows up basically damaged modules on enemy tanks, which can be handy, but I think it's just more fun than anything else. And yeah, as I said, I'm just training up repairs at the moment. Equipment wise, the gun rammer, which I think is pretty much standard. It has a reasonable fire rate, that does help. Coated optics rather than the telescopes, because I tend not to sit still so much with this tank, depending on the map of course. And the gun laying drive just to help me when I have been moving and then stop to fire, give me a bit better firing time. I do have a bit of a load of APCR rounds in there for tougher opponents, your KV1s, etc. But the standard rounds are pretty decent on this tank, as you can see there, 118 to 196, and the premium rounds going up to 276, which are quite good. Both of them doing between 101 and 169 damage. So it's a fairly good penetrating round and decent damage as well. You definitely have no trouble with the lighter tanks, artillery and tank destroyers usually. Heavier tanks, it's quite often worth going up to the premium round and my usual consumables. I do have this, I think it's a winter or urban camouflage, permanently on the tank. I would like to get a few more camouflages for it, but at the moment I've got a few other things to spend my time and money on. But I think it's a great looking tank. Yeah, just a lot of fun. Probably, if I'm trying to get XP or points for an off or something, it's one of my go-to tanks. I thought I'd give you a bit of a look at the armour. As you can see, if you can manage to get front on with just your turret showing, you've got quite a bit of armour there, and pretty good all-round armour for the body, even from the rear. So I quite often find it absorbs quite a few shots. Deflection wise, still does deflect. I guess more off the turret than anything. But I find it's really good. You can put yourself out there a little bit, absorb a few shots, ricochet them, and then move back into cover if you need to. So that armour comes in, yeah, quite handy. There are quite a few gun options for this tank, as you can see. Really a bit of everything. I had sold this tank and later repurchased it because I loved it so much, and I went straight back to the 7.5/5.5, I call it the WAFFE gun, which is such an awesome gun. Can drop down to the 7.5s, but yeah, I find this gun works really well with this tank. It's fully upgraded in all other areas. Besides that, yeah, I'm going to follow this up with just a recent video I just played, showing off the tank's ability to take on tanks that are slightly larger and heavier, and yeah, it definitely deals out the damage, and it can fulfill that sniping role when you need it, and that brawling role when you want to close in and finish people off. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoy the next part of it, and check out some of the other videos in my tank series, or in my World of Tanks series, and I hope to catch you again soon.
Es sind Feinde in der Gegend. Entweder zerstören wir sie alle oder nehmen ihre Basis ein. Los geht's. Konzentriere dich auf diese Stelle. Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Ziel erfasst. Die haben jetzt ein dickes Loch in ihrer Panzerung. Auf diese Stelle konzentrieren. Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Erlaubnis erteilt. Sie haben uns entdeckt. Der ging voll durch Ihre Panzerung. Einer weniger. Kette beschädigt. Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Hab einen Gegner gefunden. Er ist sauber durchgegangen. Verbündetes Fahrzeug ausgefallen. Feuererlaubnis erteilt. Der Gegner zielt auf uns. Vorsicht, Artillerie! Die haben jetzt ein dickes Loch in ihrer Panzerung. Gegner schrottreif. Geschütz geladen. Sie haben uns entdeckt. Die haben einen unserer Panzer zerstört. Bereit zu feuern. Wir haben ihn im Korb. Der Gegner zielt auf uns. Gegnerisches Fahrzeug ausgeschaltet.
Schussbereit!
Der Gegner hat uns im Visier. Gehe weg vom Ziel.
Schussbereit!
Artilleriefeuer, geh in Deckung. Der Gegner zielt auf uns. Wir haben die Panzerung durchschlagen. Basis. Großartige Arbeit, Männer.